So next we have our ordinances. We have expedited permitting procedures for the electronic vehicle charging stations, Pursuit Assembly Bill 1236. Mr. Rodriguez, do we have a staff report?
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. Arnoldo Rodriguez, Development Services Director. This item before you this evening was initially presented before the City Council on March the 20th of 2018. Pursuant to Assembly Bill 1236, every local jurisdiction is required to provide an ordinance or to prepare an ordinance for the expedited processing and approval of electric vehicle charging stations, both in the residential and the commercial claimants or homes or places of business. In terms of the city of Yuba City, this would have very minor impacts on us. Besides, again, we are required to expedite the review and the approval process of that. In the spirit of time, staff presented a very thorough and exhaustive presentation at the last city council meeting, so I will keep this very brief. And so in the past 3 years, the city has approved approximately 3 of these. So again, very minor impacts to the local community. So with that being said, staff is recommending that the council approve the ordinance as prepared and as presented at the March 20th, 2018 meeting, and we are also recommending that you waive the second reading this evening.
Thank you, and we'll bring it back to council.
Through the mayor.
Yes.
So, Mr. Rodriguez, a couple I guess a couple of questions, and they kind of come up, maybe not just questions, but maybe some comments to look at for future. In discussions down in Sacramento, and as more legislative efforts are being made at providing electric charging stations, there are, in this rush to put these out, there are certainly some problems that are coming about that I think need to be addressed in response to our haste to be able to streamline these processes. One is allowing dual spacing at charging stations to allow one vehicle to be being charged and one waiting in queue when the charging unit becomes available. If you go to the Sacramento airport, and on each floor there are, I don't know, 4 charging units at the airport on each floor. Individuals show up in an electric vehicle, park them there for a week, plugged into the charger. There's no way to move those cars. And that really disadvantages anybody else coming there in an electric vehicle. You might be leaving on dead batteries if you're not able to get onto a charger. So I think we need to look at those things. There's a lot of recommendations that are out there, but certainly as we streamline, I'm all for streamlining the process. We just need to have those other pieces, I think, put into play as quickly as we can to be able to allow this to be a functional piece of our local laws.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions, comments, or a motion?
I'd move the item.
Okay. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposition? Great. Thank you.